the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to the Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who are joining the call today?
हरे कृष्ण भगवती वसुधा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रतिदासी from Charlotte. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Dakshdas from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Daksh Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago, Illinois.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Balavedha, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Balavrinda, thank you so much for joining. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna Shama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the respected and most dedicated devotees of Bhakti Sangha. Happy Ekadashi to all. This is Pooja Arora from Haridwar.
Hare Krishna Puja Arora Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rami. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from India. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Happy Ekadasi to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Happy Ekadashi to you and all. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today, we are really fortunate to have His Grace Gaur Vilas Prabhuji enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 8.7.20 to 21. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to hand over the call to Sundarangi Radha Mataji for the brief introduction on Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity to read the introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Gaur Vilas Prabhuji as our speaker today. Here is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. We are So blessed to have him here. Prabhuji came to Krishna consciousness in 2004. He earned a MBBS degree from Grant Medical College. Prabhuji joined the ashram in 2010 and he was initiated as a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in 2012. Prabhuji preaches in various medical and engineering colleges. He also conducts programs for doctors at Bhakti Vedanta Hospital in corporate environments, and Prabhuji preaches in corporate environments too. He is a teacher of Bhakti Sastri and Bhakti Vaibhava courses. He also conducts congregational programs in Mumbai and Maharashtra. Gaur Vilas Prabhuji has done thorough studies of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Here is the brief introduction about Prabhuji Mataji. All glories to Prabhuji's all wonderful services. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for the brief introduction on Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for giving your valuable time and association in this Bhakti Sangha conference call. We are really fortunate to hear from you on this topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Today's verse is 8.7.20 and 21. I hand over the call to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you all the devotees for this opportunity to serve. Hare Krishna, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so we'll begin with our prayers. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshutarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, welcome everyone. We are continuing our discussion. Today we'll be discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 7, entitled Lord Shiva Saves the Universe by Drinking Poison. Verse number 20 and 21. Vilokya tam deva varam tilokya bhavaya devyabhimatam muninam asinavadra upavarga heto tapo jushanam sutabhi pranemu. The demigods observed Lord Shiva sitting on the summit of Kailash hill with his wife Bhavani for the auspicious developments of the three worlds. He was being worshipped by great saintly persons desiring liberation. The demigods offered him their obeisances and prayers with great respect. Sri Prajapatya Uchuhu Devadeva Mahadeva Bhutatman Bhut Bhavana Trahina Sharanapannam Trilokya Dahana Vishad. Translation. The Prajapati said, O greatest of all demigods, Mahadev, the supersoul of all living entities, and the cause of their happiness and prosperity, We have come to the shelter of your lotus feet. Now please save us from this fiery poison which is spreading all over the three worlds. Purport. Since Lord Shiva is in charge of annihilation, why should he be approached for protection, which is given by Lord Vishnu? Lord Brahma creates and Lord Shiva annihilates. But both Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are incarnations of Lord Vishnu and are known as Shakti-Avesh avatar. They are endowed with a special power like that of Lord Vishnu, who is actually all pervading in their activities. Therefore, whenever prayers for protection are offered to Lord Shiva, actually Lord Vishnu is indicated. For otherwise, Lord Shiva is meant for destruction. Lord Shiva is one of the Ishwaras or the controllers known as Shakti-Avesh avatars. Therefore, he can be addressed as having the qualities of Lord Vishnu. Hare Krishna. So I hope the screen is visible properly because I am not able to see. The camera is visible?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can see you clearly.
Okay. So this is a wonderful section going on in Srimad Bhagavatam where Samudra Manthan Leela is being described by Shukadeva Goswami by Parikshit Maharaj. And in this section, now all the Devtas, they have started churning along with the demons, they have started churning this ocean of milk, Shirasagar. And the first thing which is coming out now is the halahal blish. All the devtas, they are very, very disturbed. All the demons, they are disturbed because this halahal, it is impossible for anyone to handle this halahal poison. It is very, very dangerous for all the living entities. So immediately, as every time, whenever somebody is in danger, whenever the universe is in danger or the devtas are in danger, they approach Lord Vishnu. This time also they approached Lord Vishnu. But interestingly, this time, Lord told, please go to Lord Shiva. He didn't tell, I will solve this problem myself. He told to go to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, he has a unique position in our life and in the life of all the Vaishnavas. So these devtas, they start offering beautiful prayers to Lord Shiva. And when we hear these prayers to Lord Shiva, we will think that, oh, Lord, all these devtas, they are glorifying Lord Shiva as if he is a supreme Lord himself. Why devtas are glorifying Lord Shiva as a supreme? As in this verse, they are telling, you are the super soul of all the living entities. You are the cause of their happiness and misery. So we all know who is the super soul of all the living entities. That is Shirodakshai Vishnu, the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Why Lord Shiva is described as the super soul of all the living entities? Srila Prabhupada, in the further purports, he will clarify this. Whenever prayers are offered to any Guna avatar, Brahma will be glorified some places like this. Lord Shiva will be glorified in some places like this. But whenever these devatas are glorified like the Supreme, the person who is glorifying also knows that he is glorifying the empowered representative of the Supreme Lord. And Lord Shiva also knows that I am not the Supreme. Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu is the Supreme. So therefore, he also never establishes his supremacy hearing these prayers that I am the Supreme Lord. Of course, technically speaking, we understand that Lord Shiva also comes from Mahavishnu. there is not much difference between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. We all know all the living entities, they have 50 qualities in minute proportions as the Supreme Lord. Lord Shiva has 5 qualities more than any living entity. What are the 5 qualities which Lord Shiva has, which none of us have, even Brahmaji does not have? Sada Swarupa Samprapta Sarvagya Tyanutanaha Satchidananda Sandranga Sarvasiddhi Nishevata. He is always situated in his constitutional position. Lord Shiva never dies. Sadashiva, who is eternally situated in the Vaikuntha, he appears as Rudras in this world. There are 12 Rudras. Sada Swarupa Samprapta, and one of them is Lord Shiva. Always situated in his transcendental position. Sarvagya, he is all-knowing like Lord Vishnu. Nityanutana, you'll never see Lord Shiva as an old person. He's always young. He is embodiment of Sat Chit Ananda. Satchidananda Sandrangaha. He's a concentrated form of Sat, Chit and Ananda. Just like Krishna is Satchidananda, Lord Shiva is also Satchidananda. Sarva Siddhi Nishevataha. He has all the mystic powers. So these are the 5 qualities which makes Lord Shiva very powerful. Different than Brahmaji, different than all the living entities. But there are 5 qualities which Lord Vishnu has that Lord Shiva does not have. What are the 5 qualities which Lord Shiva does not have? Avichintya Mahashakti Koti Brahmanda Vigraha Avataravali Bijam Hatari Gatadayakaha Atma Ramagana Karshati Ami Krishne Kiladayaha. So this verse says, Lord Shiva, he has powerful Shaktis, but Avichintya Mahashakti. Krishna has, Lord Vishnu has some inconceivable potencies which only he has. Koti Brahmanda Vigraha, all the Brahmanda, they come from Lord Vishnu. We know from the body or from the pores of Mahavishnu, the Brahmandas, they come. Then Avataravali Bijam, all the avatars, they come from Lord Vishnu. Hatari Gatadayaka, anyone who is killed by Lord Vishnu gets liberated. And even Atmarama Gana Akarshati, even the self-satisfied, liberated souls, they get attracted to Lord Vishnu. So therefore, technically we understand who is Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, and of course, what are the 4 qualities Lord Krishna has? Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Lila Madhuri, Prema Madhuri. Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna stands the supreme. So whenever Lord Shiva is glorified like supreme, we should understand they are glorifying Lord Vishnu who has appeared in this form. For example, if just like I'm there in Radha Gopinath temple here, and Radha Gopinath temple has a guest department, and there are few cars. So now the temple has appointed some drivers, and they are given charge to take care of the cars. They are drivers also, and they are given, each one has been given a car to take care of. Okay, you will drive this car, and it is your responsibility to take care of the car. So now, if a guest comes and he asks that, can I get a car from temple? He's staying in the guest house. So the guest in charge, what he'll say, oh yes, that Lakshman's car you can take. Lakshman's car will be yours for today. So now the question is, the car does not belong to Lakshman, but it is said like that, and everyone understands this. Nobody says, oh, this car is not temple's, it is Lakshman's car. No. It is Radha Gopinath's temple's car. But it is in care of this person now. Radha Gopinath is not directly taking care of the car, but Radha Gopinath is taking care of this car through this driver. Similarly, this entire material energy is working under the direction of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. And who is controlling this material energy? Who is the husband of the material energy? That is Lord Shiva. So in that sense, we have to understand Lord Vishnu is controlling this entire universe through Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, he comes in touch with material energy, not Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu never comes in touch with material energy. Lord Shiva comes in touch with material energy. We have heard in the second canto and third canto the creation pastimes of the Lord. When Lord glances, so from Mahavishnu is lying down in the Garbhoda Koshan, in Karanoda Koshan, and he starts sweating. From the pores of Lord Vishnu's body, Mahavishnu's body, a substance comes out. And that is called as Dravya or Prakriti or Pradhan. These are the three names. Dravya, Prakriti or Pradhan. So now, Lord Vishnu is glancing on this Prakriti. And that glance is Lord Shiva. So Lord Vishnu never comes in touch with this material energy personally. He comes in touch with the material energy indirectly. So we have to understand this. So whenever something is described and it is little difficult to understand, you should always understand that it is a way to describe one of the powers of the Lord, one of the in charge in this material world. And that's why when Devtas, they're glorifying Lord Shiva as a supreme, none of the devotees have any problems. None of the acharyas, they are confused too. How is he that Lord Shiva is glorified as a supreme Lord here? It comes in the fourth canto also. And Lord Shiva is very angry and he created Virabhadra. Virabhadra went and killed this Daksha. And all the Devtas, they are really fearful to approach Lord Shiva. They go to Brahma and Brahman, all the Devtas, they come to Lord Shiva. There also it is described Lord Shiva is glorified by Brahmaji as if he is a supreme Lord. So we have to understand in many places these things will come where Lord Shiva will be glorified as a supreme. We should never get confused. How is this? Bhagavatam is glorifying Lord Shiva as a supreme, the super soul of all the living entities, the source of happiness and prosperity. It is glorifying the aspect of Lord Vishnu. And in this section, one very, very wonderful and very important thing is happening. As the Devatas, they are churning, Devatas and the demigods, they are churning this ocean of milk. We are also churning our hearts by this practice of chanting of the names of the Lord. The great manthan is going on in our hearts. And it is really a difficult job for Devtas and for the demons. It was not an easy thing. All of you must have heard what all things happened. First of all, bringing Mandar mountain was itself difficult. That is a churning rod. Then to get Vasuki. Then as they started churning, the oceans, the mountain started sinking because of its weight. It was solid gold. At every step, the Lord appears to help us, to help these demons and the devtas. As we are trying to churn our heart, to bring out this nectar of Krishna Prem, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya ko Gunoe, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Koraya Uday. As we are trying to churn our heart, which we have not done since millions of lives, it is not an easy job. First of all, to hold that feedback is itself difficult. To chant is not an easy job. It is a very, very difficult job. Sometimes it really weighs very, very heavy because of our anarthas, because of our weakness. Just to hold that mala is difficult. Of course, in the beginning days, it happens. And then now, because of the help of the Lord, at every step, Lord is helping us. We should never feel that we are chanting because of our own Sukriti. We have done so much. We have not done anything. नैवोपयन्त्यपचितिं कवयस्तवेष ब्रह्मायुषापि कृतं रुद्धमुदं स्मरन्तः अन्तर्बहिस्तनुभृतामशुभं विधुन्वन् आचार्य चैत्यवपुषा स्वगतिं व्यनक्ति. This verse says, we can never understand, one can never express his gratitude sufficiently for whatever the Lord is doing for us. Even if somebody gets a life of Brahma, it is impossible to write down what all things Lord is doing for us. It is impossible to write down even if somebody is a great poet. Lord is acting from within and without. Antarbahisthanubhritam ashubham vidhunvan. He is destroying all our anarthas, all our contaminations. From inside, he is working as Paramatma. From outside, he is working as Acharya, the spiritual master. Antarbahisthanubhritam ashubham vidhunvan. Acharya chaityavapusha swagatim vyanakti. So everything is done by the Lord only. At every step, it is Lord who is holding us. We should be ever grateful for that. We can never express our gratitude to the Lord and to the devotees for whatever they are doing for us. It is unimaginable. At every step, it is the Lord only who is helping us in the path of devotional service. And what we have to do, we have to just be there to hold that mercy, to receive that mercy. Mercy is flowing. Chaitanya avatare vahe premamrita vanya sabajiva preme bhase prithvi huila dhanya. Ye vanya je na bhase se jiva char. Koti janme kabhutar nahi kanistar. Chaitanya avatare vahe, Mahaprabhu has come, and because he has brought this river of love of God, Prema Amrit Vanya, Sabajiva Preme Bhase, all the living entities, he is drowning them in the river of love of God. Prithvi Huila Thanya. But if somebody is unfortunate, does not take advantage of this, what can be done about that person? So Mahaprabhu he has come, he has brought this river of love of God. He is really working hard. At every step he is working. Maharaura Vaite Korile Tomaro Udhar. Tripara Samudra Krishna Gambhira Apar. Maharaura Vaite Korile Tomaro Udhar. Sanatana Goswami, as he is coming from Vrindavan, he drinks some contaminated water. His body is covered with pus-filled boils. Reaches Jagannath Puri. He's thinking, what is the use of this body? I can't do anything for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let me commit suicide. Let me jump under the Jagannath Rath. Mahaprabhu understands his motive and he embraces him and he says, He cures him. And before that, Mahaprabhu tells Sanatana Goswami, तुम्हार शरीर मोर प्रधान साधन ए शरीर साधिमोई बहु प्रयोजन. Oh Sanatan, if by committing suicide, if one gets Krishna, I would have ended my life hundreds of times. This body is not yours. This is my property. You have no rights to destroy others' property. I have so many plans. And Mahaprabhu embraces Sanatana Goswami, cures him of all those boils. Haridas Thakur says, just see Sanatana Goswami, Mahaprabhu is so merciful, Krishna is so merciful, he has delivered you from hellish existence. Kripara Samudra Krishna. Krishna is ocean of mercy, Gambhir apart, and he is working really gravely to protect his devotees. Krishna is really working very hard. And we have to just be in the right mood to accept that mercy. As we are, trying to churn our heart by chanting, the first thing which comes out, it is really distressing. Of course, we experience joy of bhakti. Bhakti susukham kartum avyayam. It is a kevala ananda kanda. It is all wonderful process. But after practicing bhakti for many, many years, then the inevitable happens. A devotee starts experiencing the distress of the poison which starts coming out. As these devtas, they were distressed because of this fiery poison, the intense halahal wish, the halahal wish of our own anarthas, our own contaminations, which we have accumulated since millions of lives. And nobody knows what all things we have done in past millions of lives, what all contaminations we have gathered. Now, by some inconceivable good fortune, we have developed a desire to serve Krishna. Kamadinam katina katitha palita durnidesha tesham jata maina karuna natrapa nopashanti utsrajya etanata yadupate sampratam labda buddhi tvamayatah sharanam abhayam mam nyungshvatmadasya. So this devotee is offering a prayer to the Lord. He says, "Oh my Lord, Kam Adinam, I have served my anarthas many, many lifetimes. But they are so ungrateful masters. They have never given me relief, no retirement, no compassion, no peace. Na trapa, na upashanti, na karuna. In this life, now I have given up their service and I want to serve you, my Lord. Please help me. Please take me in your shelter." So as we have now started chanting these names of the Lord, it is wonderful process, but we should all know what to expect in this path of bhakti. After beginning few years of practicing bhakti, experiencing the joy of Krishna consciousness, of course, the anarthas, they are always there troubling a devotee, but when one starts really becoming intense, or after many, many years, and it seems that, okay, now my anarthas are going down a little bit. Now I'm becoming a little stable in the path of bhakti. And suddenly, out of nowhere, a whole volcano of anarthas may come out, like halahal poison. And that is really distressing for devotees. A sadhaka, he suffers for many reasons. In the beginning years of spiritual practices, a sadhaka may suffer because He's sometimes not able to follow the principles, not able to come up to our own expectations in Krishna consciousness, sometimes troubled by too much of the seva. Seva is too much. It is really troublesome. Just like Balbhadra Bhattacharya, when he was with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Vrindavan, and Mahaprabhu was in bliss. Every day he would go out and go to all the holy places in Vrindavan. He would go and sit under Imli Tal. He would go to Akrur. He would go to Vamshivat and Shringarvat, and so many places he would go. Kalia Ghat was absorbed. And he would stay at Akrur Ghat. Every morning he would leave because people would come and they would, trouble him with so many things. And Balabhadra Bhattacharya, he is there at Akrur Ghat. All the Brajavasis, they are coming and extending invitations. Oh, please, you tell Mahaprabhu to come to our home. Everyone from Mathura is coming. All the Brahmanas are coming from Mathura to extend their invitations. And Balbhadra Acharya, he is really getting disturbed. One day, he goes to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and says, Sahitena pariyami lokera garabadi nimantrana lagi lok kare hoda hodi. He says, I can't tolerate the disturbance of the crowds. People are, doing so much of hard work endeavor to call you. Every day they are coming and are offering invitations. प्रातः काले ऐसे लोग तुम्हारे ना पाए लोग मोरा माथा खाए. He says, every day, people, they come to meet you and you leave. Tumhare na paye, they don't find you, and what they do? Mora matha khai. They simply tax my brain. Can we please leave Vrindavan? So much service. He is disturbed. Udvigna hoila prana sahite na pari. Prabhu ri agya hoy shire dhari. He says, I'm really disturbed. I can't tolerate. But you do whatever you want and I'll follow. So the sadhaka, he suffers all that. Sometimes in the beginning stages, bhakti is blissful. Surge of enthusiasm, sometimes utsahamai bhakti. And some days, the devotee is not seen at all. Sometimes the devotion is very condensed. Sometimes it is very, very liquid. Ghanatarala. Sometimes the devotee is confused. How should I practice bhakti? Should I convert my temple into home or should I join temple? Should I leave my family and go to Vrindavan or should I stay in family? Should I do this job? Should I stay in city? Should I stay in this place? Should I take care of my parents first? So many things he's confused. Viewed of vikalpa. Sometimes he's troubled by anarthas. The desire for sense enjoyment again pops up. So always struggling with all these different things. Very painful. For a sadhaka, the lack of taste in bhakti, it is like poison. When we have to keep on chanting, but there is no experience of the Lord, there is no taste, and worse, there is no enthusiasm. It is very, very painful. When we feel low in the path of bhakti, very painful. How to go from this phase of experiencing that poison to experiencing that nectar? Pratipadam purnamrita swadanam. We all have heard many times. Bhakti is a path of all bliss. Bhakti is full of nectar. Yes, it is Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, it is the ocean of nectar. But at present, for many of these devotees, this path is not susukam. This path is really like poison because my anarthas are coming out. Like halahal poison of this Samudra Manthan. What should we do to go from at least, to handle those anarthas, to tolerate those, how to tolerate them, how to handle them, how to transcend them? First thing we have to do is we should not consciously put more anarthas in our mind. That is the first thing. Be very, very careful. Because this stage is a very, very, sensitive stage. When we can't handle, when our anarthas they come out, a devotee feels really guilty. Why I'm not able to be pure in my heart? That guilt, it is very, very painful. But it is very, very important to understand our guilt should increase our enthusiasm to practice bhakti. If our guilt is making us depressed, if our guilt is making us less enthusiastic, that is not guilt, that is pseudo guilt. That is again a trap of Maya Devi. Maya Devi makes a devotee feel that you are good for nothing, you are useless, you are a duplicitous person, you are a hypocrite, you are making a show of devotion, you are just making a show that you are such a wonderful devotee. Just look at your heart. It is full of contaminations. Nobody is as fallen as you. You are the lowest of all the devotees. So all these thoughts and many more may come in the mind of a devotee. And the more we start accepting these proposals of the mind, the more it will be difficult to come out of this loop. We have to first be alert that, okay, now my anarthas are coming out, and this is how my mind is, criticizing me, putting me into this guilt consciousness. I will see this as given by the mind. This is not me. I am spirit soul, pure Satchidananda. I have acquired these anarthas since millions of lives. Now I want to serve Krishna. Whatever is coming, I'll just look at it. I will not try to handle them. How to handle them? Then what to do then? Go to Lord Shiva. Go to some devotees. Because when you go to Krishna, just like these devatas, they went to Krishna, Lord Vishnu, help us. This poison is killing everyone. This poison, it is very dangerous. It can kill our enthusiasm to practice bhakti. If we are not careful, we'll be destroyed. And if we pray intensely to Krishna, Krishna will guide us to a devotee who can help us in these situations. It is very, very important to understand this, because this is a difficult phase. As in the Christian tradition, they say the dark night of the soul. The more a devotee, a sadhaka, spiritual practitioner wants to come close to Krishna, this poison starts coming out. Very, very painful. And it is a very difficult phase. We don't have to handle them. Don't try to analyze. Don't try to discuss with your mind your anarthas. You will never be able to win over mind. Your mind will bring you more and more down only. And the result will be more frustration, more depression. The enthusiasm for bhakti may go away. Our prayers are very, very important in this situation. When we are prayerful to Krishna, intense prayers to spiritual masters, to devotees, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because it is by his mercy we are able to practice this bhakti. Prayers to Narasimhadev to protect us from this poison, because we can't handle it. Our own poison is difficult for us to handle. Krishna will guide us to some devotee. In Dhruva Maharaj's fight with Yakshas, when the Yakshas, they created an intense illusion. It seemed in the beginning that Dhruva is winning over. 130,000 Yakshas attacked one Dhruva. Each of them shot 6 arrows towards Dhruva. That means 780,000 arrows were coming towards Dhruva. It appeared that Dhruva is now covered. The sun of Dhruva is set. But Dhruva very effortlessly just started fighting, destroyed all the arrows, and started killing all the Yakshas. At one point of time, all these Yakshas, they ran away. In that beginning battle with our anarthas, it may seem that, okay, now I'm able to handle them. They're all disappearing. At one point of time, Yakshas, they completely disappeared. But Dhruva was a very intelligent devotee. Never overconfident. A devotee is never overconfident. But now I have been over my anarthas. They are not coming and troubling me since so many months or maybe years. Dhruva tells a very nice line. No one knows the plans of Yakshas, mystic Yakshas. We should never ever trust our mind. A devotee should never feel, oh, now I have won over all my anarthas. They are in hiding. They are waiting for the opportune moment to again attack. And when they will attack, nobody knows. Suddenly, Dhruva sees the entire sky covered with clouds. Big, ferocious animals. They appeared in the sky. Sky was covered with dust. And rainfall, lightning, showering, stool, pus, urine, blood, mucus. Ferocious snakes emitting fire, lions, all the carnivorous animals, big elephants coming to attack Dhruva, mountains falling from the sky. These are all illusions created by Maya. Maya is expert in creating illusions. Our mind is the agent of Maya. Mind can create a huge cloud of anarthas. One should never ever trust that, oh, now up to ho gaya, now I am done with all these. Always be alert. That's the time when we are troubled by our anarthas. That's the time to offer our intense prayers. Because if Krishna has allowed this to happen, then Krishna wants us to learn. Krishna wants us to become more and more serious, more and more sincere. Turn towards Krishna. Don't try to handle that poison. Go to Krishna and Krishna will direct you to some devotee. When we explain our problems to some devotee, we may think that they will feel, oh, how are you so stupid? After so many years of bhakti, these are your anarthas? Better to look stupid than to act stupid. If we don't go to devotees, we don't take their shelter, then we'll be destroyed by this halahal. Jnanavalambaka kechit karma avalambaka vayam tu haridasanam padatranavalambaka. Some people take shelter of Gyan, some people take shelter of karma. We take shelter of the padatran, the slippers of the devotees, the dust of the devotees. So the sages, they come to help Dhruva. Auttana pada bhagavam stavasaranga dhanava deva shunotyavanatati haro vipakshan yannamadheyam avidaya shamya chadda lokvanjasa tarati dustaramanga mrityum. Hey son of Uttanapad, please take shelter of Saranga Dhanava, the Supreme Lord who is holding the bow Saranga. The name of Lord Vishnu can take one across the ocean of material existence. What is this illusion created by these yakshas? The devotees will only tell us one thing. Please don't try to handle anarthas. Don't fight against anarthas. Fight for getting Krishna. Fight for becoming more and more conscious of the names of the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord. Don't try to run away because you can't run away from your mind. We can't run away from our mind. We can't run away from our anarthas. We can't just neglect them. They will be there. We have to just focus on Krishna. That is a way to neglect. We can't just say, no, no, no. I'll not think about, I'll not think about. We have to think about something positive. That is the way we can handle our anarthas. They are very painful, but there is an option. There is a way out by taking more and more shelter of Krishna, by intense prayers. We may fall down many times, but we will win for sure. Our mind will keep bringing some anarthas. Maybe even after 40, 50 years, it may happen. Radhanath Swami Maharaj once he was telling in the class that at the end of your life, in 1 year, Krishna will speak, come back. Another year, Maya Devi will speak, stay here. It's not so bad. So this tug of war will always be there. Till the last moment, we will be tempted by our mind. Stay back. So we have to keep on making positive decisions, good decisions, right decisions. Otherwise, this fight will go on till last moment. As Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, till when we have to tolerate this urges of kama and krodha, prak sharir vimokshana. Shaknoti hai yashorum, prak sharir vimokshanaat kam krodhodbhavam vegam sayukta sasthinara. So we have to understand and accept this fight in a very positive way, happy mood, not getting disturbed. Disturbance will come, but we have to come back immediately to focusing on the names and form and pastimes of the Lord, praying to the Lord, depending on the devotees. Badyamanopi madbhakto vishayera jitendriyaha praya pragalbhaya bhaktya vishayena vibhuyate. Krishna is telling to Uddhav, Uddhav, my devotee is bound by anarthas, can't win over his senses, ajitendriya. But pragalbha bhakti, this is a very important word, pragalbha bhakti. He continues to practice intense devotion. He may lose many battles, but he'll win the war for sure. That is a devotee. Devotee may fall down, we may not be able to come up to our expectations. We feel, I should be very pure in my thoughts. I should not have all these lower desires, sinful desires, sometimes obnoxious desires. I don't want all that. That's our expectation. But somehow our mind keeps putting in front of us all those only, anarthas only. And it disturbs us, sometimes distresses us, troubles us. Tatha nate madhavatavaka kvachit drashyanti marga tvai baddha saurida tvayabhigupta vicharena nirbhaya vinayikani kapamurdasu prabhu. The devtas are offering prayer, oh my Lord. Mayavadis fall down. Even if they achieve the highest, they fall down. Krishna will say, my devotee also falls down. Devtas, they say, oh my Lord, your devotees, they fall down, but they don't fall down like others. Because Bhrashyanti Marga, they may get deviated, but Tvai Baddha Saurida, because they have caught hold of your lotus feet with intense devotion. They will surely cross this ocean of birth and death. So this is very, very important to understand. Never give up. You have to keep struggling always. Our struggles pleases the Lord. It may not be pleasurable to us, but it is pleasurable to Lord. Because the Lord sees this devotee is really working hard to come close to me. He's happy. We never lose till we lose our hope. We should never give up our hope on ourselves. Because Krishna has not given hope on ourselves. So we should also not give up hope on ourselves. We have to keep on fighting. We may get wounded many times, still keep on fighting. Because Krishna, he is with us. He wants us to win. Prabhupada writes, you should not be discouraged. We are all working on different platforms. We should not look at some other devotee and say, why I'm so fallen? See this devotee. He's doing such nice bhakti. Look at other devotees and take inspiration from them. How to be more intense. Don't get into depression seeing other devotees. Focus on Krishna. We should not be Anartha conscious. We should be Krishna conscious. Many times we become Anartha conscious. Oh, why I have so many Anarthas? All these lower Anarthas are troubling me like halahal. Prabhupada writes, the more we taste the beauty of Krishna, the more these Anarthas will not trouble us. That is very, very important. Shyamam hiranya paridem vanamalya varaha dhatu pravalanattaveshamanovrtamshe vinyastahastamitarena dunanamabjam karnotpalalaka kapola mukhabjahasam. Meditate on the beauty of Krishna. He has a beautiful blackish complexion, wearing a beautiful forest flower garland, having a peacock feather in his hairs. His friends have decorated Krishna with beautiful forest minerals. He is dressed like a dramatic actor, dancer, standing with one hand on the shoulder of his friend. So all these descriptions are there in Bhagavatam so that we can get attracted to them. Find out what you like to do in the path of bhakti. Whenever anarthas trouble us, we should focus on those things. Try to do those things more. All of us must have some things which we like to do in the path of bhakti. Focus on them more. Today, Brajbihari Prabhu, he sent an article, very nice article. In that article, he described when we offer our prayers and we don't hear any reciprocation. If we offer prayers and that person, if we are talking to somebody requesting something and that person doesn't respond, we may feel discouraged. How is this person behaving like this? Why is he not responding to my requests? And when we offer our prayers to Krishna, it may appear the same. Why is Krishna silent? Why is he not responding? Mind keeps chattering. Mind keeps speaking loudly. And Krishna is never speaking. From inside, the mind also speaks and Paramatma also speaks. And mind speaks loudly and in an attached way and forcefully. As soon as mind starts speaking, we can't hear anything else. Fast, loud, and attached. And he keeps saying the same thing again and again. And when Krishna speaks, how does Krishna speak? Krishna speaks softly. He speaks in a slow way and in a detached way. If we are not very conscious and focused, we may miss this voice of Paramatma. And it is so very important to understand Krishna speaks not in the material words, because our mind and intelligence, they can only hear material things. Krishna, he speaks in a different way. Krishna's words can be experienced by the soul because it is spiritual. And the more we pray and our surrounding becomes silent, we can hear the voice of Krishna. So Rishbari Prabhu is writing, in our spiritual journey, many times we think God's silence to be his absence. No, he's not absent. Just that he has a different way of communicating. But we think we should hear the words of Krishna. But Krishna's words can be perceived by our soul. So we have to understand, when Krishna says he speaks to us, but he speaks in different way, and his timing is also different. You know what we feel? I have prayed so much. Krishna should reciprocate now. But Krishna doesn't reciprocate as per our timeline. Krishna reciprocates as per his timeline. And he knows when to reciprocate. So therefore we should be patient. Pray and wait for Krishna to respond. We should not be restless. This patience is very important in this math of bhakti. So that's how this poison of anarthas, they will come up for sure. Don't try to handle them. Don't try to focus them on them. Try to go to some devotee, take shelter of prayers, and wait for Krishna to respond. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here. Anybody has any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for this very, very insightful class and building up the patience and enthusiasm for the devotees. Yes, as you said, always it is the thing that we are continuously trying to chant, and we feel sometimes there is no reciprocation, but Krishna is there and he will respond in his time. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dear devotees, if you have any questions or comments, you can ask. Bala Prabhu, you can please ask your question.
Thank you, Mataji. Prabhuji, what are the signs that when you run into anarthas, what are the signs that there is a hope at the end of the tunnel, in the sense that Krishna is responding to you?
Our hope comes from the scriptures. Our hope comes from the experience of the devotees of the past. Our hope comes from the mercy which the Lord has shown to the devotees so far. Our hope comes from Srila Prabhupada and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that for sure Krishna will help us. Krishna will definitely show mercy to us also. He has never left us. He has never left anyone so far in the midst of disturbing situations. In the sense that he has never, it has never happened that Krishna didn't protect the devotion of a devotee. Krishna may protect our physical body or not, that is up to us. Krishna always protects the devotion of a devotee. There's a beautiful prayer which Rupa Goswami writes in Padyavali. Prachinanam bhajanamatulam dushkaram shinvato me nairasheyam jvalatiridayam bhaktileshalasasya Vishwadrichinnagaharakara agaharatava karnakarunyavicim Asha vindukshiptamidam upaiti antare shaityam. This verse says, Oh my Lord, when I hear the intense devotion performed by the devotees of the past. Prachinanam bhajanamatulam bhajana atul. What type of bhajan these devotees have done in the past? Dushkar bhajan, very intense. I feel very hopeless. Nairashyayam jwalati, my heart burns. You know why? Because I have no devotion. Nairashyam jwalati hridayam bhakti leshala sasya. I have no devotion to my Lord. But when I see the devotion you have showered on so many living entities, from ant to Brahma, you have showered your mercy on everyone in some way. So when I hear this, when I see this, on my burning heart, it is a shower of cooling rains. That is my hope. Everybody has been showered mercy, so I'll also be given mercy of the Lord, by the Lord. Lord never gives up on anyone. The devotees never give up on anyone. So that's how we should be, hopeful. It is not that, oh, I'm hopeless case, nothing will happen to me. I will always suffer. I will never go ahead in bhakti. No, everybody has hope. However fallen one may be, provided one is in right consciousness. If one does not start justifying the anarthas, we may have anarthas, but our intelligence should be very, very clear to understand this is my anartha and I will not justify it. Then it becomes shamelessness. Then it is difficult situation. Be in a right attitude, taking shelter of devotees. And for sure, Krishna will show mercy. But he wants us to be more intense. That's why he has put us in this situation. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Right.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Now, I request Purna Prakash Gaur. Prabhu, you can please ask your question. Prabhu, can you please unmute yourself? Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, it was really wonderful class as always. We are really immersed with the Bhagavatam. My question is, some devotees may not be the initiated devotees, but the devotees which are in path of devotion, so sometimes fall down even in front of me when I have seen. So is that something they lack in faith in the Lord, in the scriptures, or they were not really come out from the Mayas due to that, they fall down, and how can I approach them to bring back to the Krishna consciousness, Prabhuji?
Why the devotee falls down? The reason may be many. On our part, we should be careful about becoming more strong in our philosophical convictions, taking shelter of devotees in right way, not offending devotees. This is very important. When we start offending devotees, then it is very, very easy to go away from the path of devotion. So there may be many reasons why a devotee leaves. One was never sincere in the path of bhakti. That may also be the case. If some sincere devotee leaves, maybe some anartha, maybe some offenses, or maybe Krishna wants to teach him a lesson through this. He will come back in some in due course of time for sure. If we have some really genuine friends who have left, try to be very good with them always. Never ever criticize. We should never ever criticize them because they left Krishna consciousness. Try to be good with them always. And at some point of time, If they are in difficulty and we help them, they will come back. Keep praying for them. So there are many reasons why a devotee leaves. We should ourselves understand that this path of bhakti, it is not an easy path. Shurasya dhara nishita duratyaya durgam patastat kavayo vadanti. It is like walking on a razor's edge. Srila Prabhupada would say many times, don't be surprised if somebody leaves. Be surprised if somebody stays. It is not so easy to practice bhakti. So the more we are intense, the more we can expect Maya's attacks. Because that is the job of material energy, to keep testing us. Are we really serious? Are we really sincere? So if we see some devotees going away, we should sympathize with them. Try to help them in some whatever way possible. Pray for them. And if Krishna willing, they'll come back again. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Sure, Prabhuji. That is the only prayer that we need to do. That's really sure. Yeah. So this is because of, not if it is somebody who is not related to me or something, this is actually my extended family. Yeah, sometimes I need to pray. That is the only way I can do. Yes, Prabhuji. Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for that question and answer. Now I request Srinivas Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, Prabhuji, thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. So my question is, Prabhuji, so you said about so much about this, guilt consciousness, how to come out of that guilt consciousness, being a devotee, practicing bhakti from many years, and preaching also to many beginners, to new devotees. And then after preaching, we'll have this, I myself is not following what I'm preaching. I'm breaking the regulative principle. I'm not, my mind and senses are not under control. But temple authority gives us they request us to take the classes for the beginners. But here the practicing sadhaka, the preacher, he himself is undergoing so many anarthas, and he has so much of guilt consciousness, and he himself he is going through so much of painful situation. So how he can come out of this guilt conscious, and it's really very, and he also cannot go and tell this to devotees, because he feels that he will be judged. So because he has some respect in the temple, yeah, in the temple community and all. So how can one come out of all this, Prabhuji? Because and there is no taste, there is no higher taste. Still, struggling in between, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that is very common situation. It happens. But we should have at least one devotee with whom we can share our heart, who will not judge us, who will help us. If we have no devotee like this, that means there is some problem. Not be in temple, but some devotee who is mature enough to understand this. You should try to find such devotees. Share your heart with them. You may not need to explain all the graphic details of your anarthas, but we should always be humble enough to tell them that I am struggling, I need help, I am suffering. That is one thing. We should have somebody with whom we can share. Another thing is, when we are given some responsibility to preach, if they are new people, we should just try to speak what we have read or heard. We don't have to tell them what we are going through, because they are just coming to Krishna consciousness. It is a service to them to bring them closer to Krishna. And by that service, Krishna will purify us if we are in right consciousness. If we are going in the mood that, let me go and deliver these poor people suffering in Maya. If we are in that mood, then there is some problem. Apana shudite kori mukhya mukhya jan. Viraj Goswami says, I am writing this only for my own purification. Prabhupada writes in that purport, all Krishna conscious activity should be done in this mood. I am doing it for my own purification. That is the right mode of preaching. And if we are addressing some senior devotees or some equals, we should be honest. That I'm speaking some words which I have heard. They may not be my realizations, and pray for their mercy so that my words can become my realizations also in due course of time. Be honest. We can't make a show of devotion. We can't make all these many things we speak, they are our borrowed realizations. We have heard from some people, some devotees, we like them, and then we memorize it and we make note of it, and then we speak in class. That's what happens many times. But our words, they are borrowed now. They should become our realization. When they'll become realization, when we'll start applying them. When we start doing what we are speaking. We should never speak many lofty concepts, very high concepts of bhakti, which are beyond our adhikar to speak. And even if we are speaking something which is not our realization, we can be honest that this is what I have heard. This is what I also want to apply. So that's what we should do always. And that will keep us humble, grounded. And we'll continue practicing bhakti, serving also. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Now I request Bala Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Prabhuji, I have another question. One of the devotees has confessed a couple of days ago that he is doing very nice bhakti, but occasionally he goes to news, listening, browsing, whatnot, like a binges. But you mentioned a point that to the extent, even Prabhupada you mentioned that we focus on attracting to Krishna rather than coming out or being away from anarthas. I couldn't suggest him anything. I was just listening. How do we how could this suggestion that you mentioned this devotee can benefit from that rather than focusing on keeping away from anarthas, getting ourselves closer to Krishna?
Everybody has some negatives in their lives, some things which attract them in the material world. We should keep our panic buttons ready. Whenever our mind is getting attracted to some material things, we should know what to do at that time. And we should make these material things little difficult to access. If we have to endeavor to do something material, mind will naturally say, we'll not do it now. If we are keeping some things easily accessible, then naturally mind will go towards that. For a devotee has a habit of reading news or seeing all those other things, try to stay away from browser. Keep browser under parental control. We have to find some ways if we want to. And try to do something positive in the path of bhakti at that time. Which you like to do in bhakti. Oh, I like to read. I like to hear, I like to memorize verses or whatever. Try to do that thing in those tempting situations. And gradually it will become our default setting. Okay, so stay away from the temptations and try to do something positive. Stay in association of those people who are doing those positive things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hare.
Hare, thank you. Hariksha Mata, you are muted.
Hemangi
Hare
Gopeshwari Mataji, you can please ask your question.
Thank you, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Prabhuji, for this class. I honestly missed some of it. I was at work. Question is that when you mentioned into bhakti, the poison starts coming out. So does that mean that we start identifying our anarthas? Is that the poison which is coming out?
The poison is already there in the heart. The lust, anger, greed, envy, all those anarthas, they are always there. We have cultivated them, we have accumulated them, we have nourished them. So now they are coming out. It is like when we start grooming a room which is not clean for many years, the dust will rise. So we should not be disturbed because the dust is rising. Keep cleaning, and the room will be clean in some time. When it will take time, how long? Only Krishna knows. We have to just keep cleaning without getting disturbed by the dust. The dust is a poison, the dust of anarthas. When they come up, they're there in the heart, but now they are coming out. Because of the process of bhakti, their heart is getting churned. So that's what disturbs us. Earlier they were not, they were settled at the bottom. Now we are trying to clean it. So that's how we have to understand. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Last, I request Ruchi Kapoor. Then please ask your question. Mataji, please.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat. Prabhuji, I have one question. You have mentioned that when we are having, a lot of doubts and our poison is there, we should reach out to some of the devotees, which who can help us. But my question is like, if we want to reach out to devotees, there are sometimes doubts in our mind how much we should open up, first of all, the trust issue. Secondly, also there are thoughts which keep coming, is I'm disturbing the devotees with my question, or the problems which I'm having. So basically, how to deal with such thought process, and how to build that trust that because something which I'm sharing is being very uh, close to me. So how to develop that trust? So yeah.
So if if you know some devotees who are consistent in their behavior, who are consistent in their devotion, who are helping so many other devotees also. So in that sense, you can safely trust them. That okay, and you can of course tell them that this is something very confidential, and they will of course maintain the confidentiality. That is very important in the devotee community. It is everyone's responsibility. If somebody is telling something, then we should be very, very careful not to break their trust. At the same time, if we are telling to somebody, we should make sure that this person is a trustworthy person. Ask some other devotees about, this person, okay, what is the background of this devotee, how many devotees he has helped, now how many years of devotion this person has. So if we have some basic information, then we know, okay, we can, fairly trust them. And we should not be so much disturbed, so much concerned, oh, why should I trouble this devotee with my problems? Better to trouble them than stay troubled ourselves. Because the devotees, they are there doing this thankless task of serving others. So we can, open our hearts to a trustworthy person, not thinking, why should I trouble this devotee? And if a devotee will think, no, it is getting too much for me, they'll tell you. But now it is really a dire need for me to take help from somebody. Sharing our heart itself solves many problems. It makes one really peaceful, little peaceful for sure. So that's how we can understand this. Okay.
Okay,
Hare
thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Krishna. So it's very much okay to have this thought also. Like if sometime, you feel okay, maybe I'm, too much reaching out to the devotee for the help, or so that thought keeps coming. So which was very much okay, but one should reach out. The moral is like okay.
Yes,
Thank
for sure we should help our devotees always.
you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Prabhuji, as you were telling that it will take its own time for Krishna to reciprocate for anything or in the way that you expect or whatever Krishna plans. So what is that there that we love to do? Like it looks like, and it is also true that everything he knows, we don't even have to tell him or ask him or pray to him. But what is that is there in our hand that we will have to do? And in what way do we show that we are really eager? Because we don't have to unnecessarily show the artificial enthusiasm or trying to uh, uh, create a new thing or new opportunity or something. But still, how do we convey that we are really eager?
By maintaining our enthusiasm in chanting, by maintaining our enthusiasm to read more, hear more, serve more, we have to show the Lord that I really want it. As it is said, fake it till you make it. Even if you have no enthusiasm, still we have to do it. Even if we feel low, still we have to do it. Because Krishna likes it. That's the way to show your love. When you don't want to do it, something, still we do it. That's love. So we have to show our enthusiasm. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in Bhaktya Loka. Bhaktya Loka is a series of articles written on Nectar of Instruction, first 4 verses. About enthusiasm, he says, enthusiasm is the life of Shraddha. Utsaha. If we are enthusiastic, our faith will grow. Enthusiastic to read, to chant, to serve, to pray. If we are not enthusiastic, then our bhakti will become, slackened. Our Shraddha will not increase. Krishna knows everything, but we have to depend on Krishna. That's why he has allowed this to come at this point of life. Because he has allowed this anartha to come now, that means he has sanctioned it. He wants us to grow. He wants us to become more sincere, serious, intense. So that's why it has come now. Now I have to show myself. I have to become intense in my prayers, in my chanting. And depending on my enthusiasm, Krishna will show mercy. So that's what that is our role when anarthas come up. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. There are just few comments and there is one last question right now. Like, how to memorize verses of Chaitanya Chaitamrita? Verses are in Bengali, not like in Sanskrit, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam.
I am also not a Bengali person. You have to just read the English. Hear some devotees reciting, just like I have heard Gaurang Prabhu reciting these verses, Chaitanya Charitamrita, since my college days, when he would come to our college. Since then, I am hearing. Just by hearing, many verses are memorized. So it is just a matter of repeating anything. You don't have to be expert in Bengali or Sanskrit. You have to just keep on hearing the same thing and keep repeating. If you like something, note it down, keep repeating it. We like to memorize something if we like the meaning of it or if we like the meter of it or tune. So if you like some verses, note them down and then keep on repeating them. We don't need to become expert in Bengali because the Bengali of Chaitanya Charitamrita is different from the current day's Bengali. Just like the English language has gone many changes, evolution. Hallowed be thy name, O Lord. The typical Christian Bible language. It is different now. So the Bengali of Chaitanya Charitamrita is different from the current day's Bengali. So it doesn't matter whether you know or not. We have to just read it, memorize it, keep repeating it. That's all. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yamaguri Mataji, would you like to say anything? Okay.
Hare
Okay,
Krishna,
Prabhu, there are
Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam. Very wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time and association.
Thank you for the opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let's pay obeisances to all the Vaishnavas, Prabhuji. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Vaishnavavritti ki jai. Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Praise Gaur Vilas Prabhuji ki jai.
Thank you so
Jai.
much, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Thank you, dear devotees.